Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be unboxing an anime figure that I've been really excited about, and I'm happy to finally take a closer look at it together. As always, this will be a relaxed unboxing with detailed close-ups and honest impressions, so feel free to sit back and enjoy. Alright, let's get started. So today's figure is Frieren from Frieren Beyond the Journey's End, and this one is from the brand SEGA. I actually spent some time comparing different Frieren figures before choosing this one. There are quite a few out there, but what made this stand out to me was the facial expression. This figure really captures Frieren's signature look, the sleepy eyes, the calm expression, and the slightly distant poker face that feels very true to the character. Another thing I really like is the pose. It looks very natural and in character, not forced or overly dramatic. Another reason I chose this figure is that it was actually the last one available at the store, which made it feel a bit special. Before opening, let's take a closer look at the box. The box is not transparent, so you can't see the figure directly inside. The front and sides show photos of the figure, but interestingly, there's no photo on the back. Instead of the typical plain white background that many anime figure boxes use, this one has a background image, which gives it a bit more atmosphere. It's a small detail, but it makes the box feel less generic and a bit more thoughtful. Alright, let's unbox it. First impressions after taking it out, the details are very good for the size. It's lighter and smaller than I expected, but since this is clearly meant as a desktop decoration, I think the size makes sense. Before going into details, I'd like to measure the height and weight of the figure. After measuring, it confirms that Frieren is on the smaller and lighter side. To give some context, I'm comparing it with my Fern figure. When placed next to Fern, you can clearly see that Fern is slightly bigger and heavier in scale. The difference isn't extreme, but it's noticeable when you hold them. They still look very nice displayed together, and the scale difference doesn't feel awkward. Now let's take a closer look at the sculpt. One of my favorite things is how the hair and outfit flow, almost like there's a gentle wind blowing across the figure. This creates a really nice silhouette from all angles. Even though the pose is calm, it doesn't feel static or boring. The sculpted folds in the clothing feel natural and soft, which adds Frieren's quiet, composed personality. The gold paint is shiny, and the contrast between matte and glossy finishes works very well here. The white parts of Frieren's outfit are matte, which I really like. It gives a clean and slightly soft appearance. One personal preference, the lips are a bit too red for my taste. It's not bad, but a more muted tone would have suited the character better in my opinion. While checking the figure closely, I did notice a small paint flaw on one of the legs. It's very minor and only visible up close. Aside from that, the paint application is pretty clean overall, especially for a SEGA figure. The boots have a shiny finish, which looks nice under light, but they have a slight plastic feel compared to the rest of the figure. On the positive side, the hands and feet are well proportioned and detailed. They don't feel oversized or under-detailed, which helps the figure feel balanced. Now let's talk about the stand. The stand is translucent blue-green with ancient-style markings, which fits the fantasy theme well. However, the stand feels very light and has a plastic feel. I personally would have preferred it to be a bit heavier to give the figure more presence on the desk. But it does hold the figure securely. Overall, I'm really happy with this Frieren figure from SEGA. It's not a large or heavy display piece, but as a desktop decoration, it captures Frieren's personality extremely well, especially the face expression and natural pose. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for my next video where I unbox this Sleepy Anya figure. I'll see you in the next video.